Hi, today we are going to lesson number 2, evaluating algebraic expressions. 5x squared plus 2x is an algebraic expression because it has no equal sign, it has variable, it has numbers, it also has operation symbol like addition, multiplication. Let's take a look at what number 1 said. Evaluate 5x squared plus 2x if x equal to -3. The question asks you to evaluate this expression when x equal to -3. It basically asks you to find out what this equal to when you substitute x equal to -3. So there are two steps when we evaluate an expression. Step number 1, substitute the given value for the letter or variables. Step number 2, simplify by using the order of operations or using a calculator. I'm going to show you both. Now, question number 1, we have 5x squared plus 2x. You have to rewrite it. 5, when you see the letter x, put parentheses and square. And plus, you see 2x, so you put 2, another set of parentheses. It's very important that you do this step because it tells you this is where you put the number. You replace the x by a set of parentheses. You replace x by a set of parentheses. This is where you put -3. Now, you are going to type in this into the calculator. You type in exactly what you wrote in the calculator. So now I have a graphing calculator. You can download a calculator app if you don't have a calculator. So we have 5. Then you have to put parentheses. Parentheses is right here. So parentheses, -3. Negative symbol is right here. Undo the number 3. This is negative, and this is a subtraction. So when you use negative, you have to use this one. So now you're going to put -3 and then close parentheses. And where you get the square is right here, x squared. That will give you the square symbol. So now we're going to have square and then plus 2, parentheses, -3, and close parentheses. After you type in exactly the same, now you press enter. Your calculator gives you the answer, 39. So now we are going to say the answer is 39. This is what I mean by evaluating an algebraic expression. You substitute a number into the variable and calculate. I just show you how to calculate with a calculator. Next step, I'm going to show you how to do it without a calculator. So you have a 5. When you see x, you put parentheses, and there's a square. And then there's a plus sign. 2x, you put 2, another set of parentheses. Substitute -3, substitute -3, and next. We're going to use the order of operations. You have to do exponent first when there's no group symbol. So exponent, you have 2 that show you that it's exponent. So -3 times -3, so you get 9. And then you bring down the 5, and then plus. Everything else stay the same. So after we took care of the exponent, we had multiplication, addition, multiplication. We do multiplication first. Multiplication comes before the addition. So we do 5 times 9. And then 2 times -3. Now very last step, we do addition. So we got 45 plus negative 6. So they have opposite sides. So therefore 45 minus 6 is 39. And because 45 have a bigger absolute value, so therefore it's positive 39. So you see we get the same answer. Of course, if you have a calculator, I suggest you to use this method. Just type in exactly the same into the calculator and you get the answer. Let's go to question number 2. Evaluate negative x squared plus 6x plus 5 if x equal to negative 2. So we have put negatives. When you see x, you should parentheses and put square and plus 6 parentheses and plus 5. So one more time, when you see x, you always put parentheses. So this way, you will never get it wrong. Now we substitute the x equal to negative 2 into the parentheses. It's very important you do this. Then you will not make mistakes, especially when there's a negative sign in front of the x squared. Now we are going to type it into the calculator. So we have negative parentheses, negative 2, close parentheses, square, plus 6, open parentheses, negative 2, close parentheses, and plus 5. So we got negative 11. So that is the answer. So we just finished using the calculator. Now, if you do not want to use a calculator, then you do this. You do the same thing, negative. When you see x, you put parentheses, square, and plus 6, another set parentheses, and plus 5. So you put negative 2 inside. Because the little 2 over here means exponent square, so we do this one first. So you block the negative side outside the parentheses. The square only apply to the negative 2 inside this set of parentheses. It had nothing to do with the negative side outside the set of parentheses. So we do negative 2 square first. Negative 2 square means negative 2 times negative 2 will give you 4. And now you had to copy down the negative side outside the parentheses. And then copy the rest. Now we have multiplication, addition, multiplication, addition. We do multiplication first. So negative times 4 is negative 4. And plus 6 times negative 2 is negative 12. And then plus 5. Now we're going to do addition in the order from left to right. Negative 4 plus negative 12, negative 16, and then plus 5. And negative 16 plus 5 is negative 11. So we finished question number 2 using 2 different methods. So one more time, you choose the method you like. You can stick with your calculator or you can do it by hand. That's your choice. Now let's go to question number 3. Number 3. So we had to evaluate this expression if x equal to 1. Now we see negative sign, we put negative. When we see x, we put parentheses. This is exponent cube. So third power is cube minus 8. When you see x squared, put parentheses square and plus 4. And now we're going to substitute 1 inside. Step number 1 is done. Now we're going to use our calculator. We are going to type in exactly the same that we wrote over here. Negative parentheses 1. Now, how do you get the exponent to third power? Look at here. Above the division symbol here, this is the cap symbol. When you press that, and then press the number 3, then you will see the exponent is Now we're going to minus a parenthesis 1 and then square. So some people say, how if I don't want to use the x squared, so can we do the same way? Yes, you can definitely do that. Okay, so you see it, we have go back, so square. You press cap and 2, you get the square. So now we are going to plus 4. We got negative 5. Next, I'm going to show you to do it without using the calculator. So negative parentheses to the third power minus a parentheses to the second power and plus 4. And we will place 1 inside. So we're going to block the negative sign because the exponent 3 only applies to the number inside the parentheses. So 1 to the third power, it means 1 times 1 times 1. So therefore, it will be 1. And now we bring the negative side. Minus 8, parentheses, 1 squared. That means 1 times 1. So you get 1. And then plus 4. We have multiplication, subtraction, multiplication, addition. So we do multiplication first. So we get negative 1 minus 8 times 1, 8, and plus 4. Now we're going to do subtraction. Negative 1 minus 8 will give you negative 9, and then plus 4. Negative 9 plus 4 will give you negative 5. Okay, so we finished question number 3. Let's go to question number 4. Number 4, we have to evaluate 20x minus 5y. So now we're going to do is 20, when you see the variable x, put parentheses, minus 5, and you see y, then you put parentheses. So now we are going to have x equal to 6. So you put 6 inside because the first one is x. 5y, y is negative 2. Now we substitute negative 2. Next, we're going to use our calculator. So we're going to type in exactly the same that we wrote over here. 20, open parentheses, 6, close parentheses, minus 5, parentheses, negative 2. And then press enter. So we get 130. So the answer is 130. So if you don't want to use a calculator, you put 20, when you see x, put parentheses, and minus 5, when you see y, put parentheses, you substitute the x by 6, and the y by negative 2. No exponent. We had multiplication, subtraction, multiplication. We do multiplication first. 20 times 6, 120, minus. So you get 5 times negative 2 will give you negative 10. And then you get 120 minus negative 10. These two together, it becomes plus. So you got 120 plus 10, which will change this into a plus sign because minus sign, negative sign together turn into 1 plus sign. So we get 130. So we get the same answer. Let's go to number 5. Number 5 is a fraction. So the concept is the same. So we have 4x over x plus 3. So we have to draw the division symbol. 4x, 4 parentheses, x plus 3. So parentheses plus 3. When you see x, so you put negative 5. Now you're going to use a calculator. You're going to do it separately. 4 times negative 5. You take care of the numerator first, and you press enter. You get negative 20. So now you go back over here. You put negative 20. Now you're going to use a calculator. The denominator is parentheses negative 5, open parentheses, close parentheses, and then plus 3. So you got negative 5, and then plus 3. You got negative 2. So you put -2. Next step, you are going to use a calculator. -20. You press the division symbol to get the slash. Divide -2. Then you get 10. So that's why the answer is 10. So if you don't do it using a calculator, you do it by hand. So you do 4 parentheses over parentheses plus 3. So it's the same setup. And you put -5 and -5 equal. So now you have to do it by hand. 4 times -5 is -20. And then -5 plus 3 is -2. And negative divided by negative is positive. 20 divided by 2 is 10. So we got 10. Let's go to the very last question, number 6. Number 6, we have a fraction also. So we got -8 divided by 4b squared. So when you see variable, you put parentheses. And then you have 4b squared, so parentheses square. So a equal to -4, so we substitute -4, and b equal to -3, then we put -3. So now you're going to use a calculator. So now we're going to have negative parentheses -4, and you get 4 as the numerator. So we put 4. And then over here in the denominator, you just type in exactly the same. So you get 4 parentheses -3 holding square. And then you get 36. So you put 36. So if you know how to simplify, you can simplify, or you can also use a calculator. I'll show you how to simplify using a calculator. You have 4 over 36. So you put 4 divide 36. You have to press the division side to get the slash. And then you press enter. You get a decimal, 0.11111. But you don't want this in the decimal. Then you have to make it back to a fraction. You press map, and then you will see frac. It stands for fraction. What number is this? This is 1. Then you press 1. And then you will see ANS. That means answer turned into fraction. And you press enter. So now you get 19. So that means this is 19. Now we are going to do this without using calculator. So we get -8, so with negative parentheses 4b squared, so 4 parentheses square. A is -4, so put -4. B is -3. Now we're going to do this. Negative times negative positive, so we have +4. And then we have the -3 square. So square, so -3 times -3 is 9, so 4 times 9. And then we are going to get 4 over 36. And now you simplify, divided by 4, divided by 4. So you get 1 over 9. So we get the same answer.